Okay, we're recording. So, hi everybody coming on. My mom, Elsie, everybody say hi to Elsie. And she told me to tell everybody she does not cheat at dominoes. Okay, I am getting us warmed up today. See, I have bare feet, okay? And I would love for people who are very stiff in the morning with arthritis and they haven't even got out of bed, they're just so stiff. You have no shoes on, hopefully, in bed. And you go back, we just went through it all. I'll work backward. We're still warming up. People are coming on. You pull your toes up. I'm sitting, and I'm pretending as if I'm in bed. See? My mom is acting like she's in bed. Okay? Toes are up. Really pull them up. Really push them down. Really pull them up. Really push them down. As you're doing that, you bring an elbow up. You bring an elbow down, okay? Now, if I would move her over, I want you to keep your shoulders down when you're bringing your elbow up, okay? So you got to keep thinking. What you're trying to do is get your synovial fluid flowing, more liquid. When you got arthritis and you're very stiff in the morning, before you get out of bed, you can help yourself. So that's what we're doing right now is we're getting warmed up and everybody's coming on. Hi, everybody coming on. Yes, we are recording today. So I'm pretending as if I didn't even get out of bed yet. I'm sitting. See, I will lay down, so I will be the person laying down doing all this. You can be sitting or you can get in the floor and do this with me, right? Mom is sitting in the chair. This is Elsie. And she is sitting in the chair because she's modifying, because she ain't going to get in the floor. But she can get in the bed. So if she's in the bed, you do everything I'm doing as if you were in the bed. So I'm laying down. Okay? I'm going to start pointing, flexing, bringing the elbow up gently, bringing the elbow up gently. Point, flex, elbow gently. Elbow gently, not fast. You just want to do it repetition. Hi, everybody coming on. We're warming up. Yes, we are. Elsie is sitting in the chair. She's modifying as if she were in the bed. I'm pretending I'm in the bed. I'm pointing and flexing. I'm circling. I'm going to go up and back. So I go right here to the side of my legs, and then I just bring it up and back. And then I want to just bend my knees and I want to touch over. And I want to come back. I want to bend, keep bent, and I want to just reach and come back. And you see my shoulders are on the ground. Her shoulders are on the ground. Bend your knee. Bend your knee and just go like that. Bend your knee.
I can't bend it.
Okay. And then go over. So she has a very stiff knee. So that adds to a dysfunction for arthritis people. Okay, so just that rotation. Just trying to rotate. And if you're in the floor, if you can just do it just a little bit, if you're not in the floor and you're sitting, or let's say you're standing, you're just rotating your knee back and forth. Okay, and you're going to do this in a high repetition. You're not doing it fast. You're just going through motions. See, I didn't even use that word. Exercise. You are going through ranges of motion. And right now your ranges are extremely small. Okay? And then you're going to come up and put back down. You're going to come up and put back down. You're going to turn your neck. You're going to turn your neck. You're going to turn your neck. Take a breath. Take a breath. And here's the thing. If you're laying down or if you're sitting, did you turn your neck? Okay. If you're going to turn your neck, keep your chin down and don't do it fast. Now, if you're laying on the floor, you're not going to fall very far. That was a joke. But I don't want you to get that dizzy feeling. All right. So I'm just going through some very gentle, see what I did? I acted like I was going to cross my leg. I push. I bring it back. I act like I'm going to cross my leg. I push. I bring it back. Then I'm going to bring my hands right out in front of me. I'm pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing. See how I'm taking my arms up over my head? If I have a problem with my shoulders and I can't keep my arms straight, I'm going to bend my elbows. Point, flex. Point, flex. Here comes the train. Yes, gotta love Oklahoma. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Point, flex. Then I'm just going to tap my shoulder. Then I'm going to tap my shoulder. I'm still pointing and flexing with my feet. So I'm laying in the bed. You might be standing or sitting. This is a good one to do sitting. And I'm touching my shoulders, and then I'm going to bring my elbows up. Then I'm going to pull them down. Okay? Touch the shoulders. Point, flex. Bring your elbows up over your head as if you were going to put a shirt over your head. Okay? So, I hope y'all are pretending that you're in bed. Okay? Some of you might be in bed. This is a great way to get warmed up. Getting dressed for people that have arthritis, that have real shoulder dysfunction, is a big deal. Okay? So, I'm going to sit here. You act like you're sitting. I'm going to go like this again. And I'm going to go like this again. Now, for those of you with shoulder dysfunction, it's great if you can be on the floor or against the wall or sitting. That's okay. And you're just going to bring your elbows up. Now, tuck your head down. And then bring it down. So, here's the mistake that a lot of people make. And hi, everybody coming on. So I'm barefooted today. This is Mobility Wednesday, and I'm trying to show you, let me recap, so those of you just coming on. If you're sitting on the floor, great, but don't curl your back. If this is hard to sit like this, bend one knee or both knees. One knee is usually best. So I'm going to go tap, tap, and I'm going to take my elbows up, and I'm going to tuck my head as if I was going to put a shirt over my head. Okay? Bring it back down. Bring it back down. And what you don't want to do when you're coming up like this is curl your back down. That's generally the point where somebody goes, oh, I pulled my back out putting a shirt on today. No, you pulled your back out because you got out of a neutral spine and you went into a real rounded lower back, and it wasn't supported. So again, I'm sitting here on the floor. You can sit on the floor. You can sit in a chair with my mom. This is Elsie. I'm trying to help her as I'm showing you how to start warming up before you even get out of bed. So here's the first thing you've got to practice doing. If you want to stay independent and you want to dress yourself, you start doing these little warm-ups. Now, we already did a bunch of warm-ups. We did point flex of our hands, our feet. We were laying down. We did crossovers. We did all of that. We did this. See? This. We did all this. We got the synovial fluid starting to get more liquid. Then, and only then, did I attempt to take my elbows up. This is a big one for a lot of people with dysfunction in their shoulders. So when you go up, you tuck your head, not your back. You keep your tummy tight, and you bring it up. Look. You go from here, they'll slide to here so that you open your hole that your head's going to tuck under, and then you come back. So when you duck your head, you keep your back extended. If you need to go forward, where are you going to go forward from? You're going to go forward here, not here, okay? So here we go. Shoulder, shoulder. Now see, my hands are going to slide down as I lift. I'm going to take a big breath, and I'm going to try to get to where I can go over my head with my arms, okay? So again, hi everybody. This is Mobility Wednesdays. Don't let your leg fall off of that stool. There you go. Keep them right in the middle. It's fine. Keep it right in the middle. So here I go. So I just recapped all of our warm-up moves. Now we're going to go on to ranges of motion. We go here. We go here. We say rib cage up. We lean in from the hip. We tuck our chin. And then as our hands rise, we let our hands slip down to, slip right to here. There we go. Now tuck your head. Now grab onto your bicep and lift, lift, lift until you can get your hands up as far as you can. And my goal is to get you so that you can go up with the assistance of both of them and leaning on the head and then come down. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Then I'm going to put my hands back, just like this, okay, way back. I'm going to try to touch the back of my hand on the back of the wall. So this move right here, this isn't as big as we could go, but I'm trying to put the backs of my hands on the wall behind me. Or if you're in bed, you would be doing, in fact, this right here. And you would be coming out and up and up and up and up on the wall. See, I'm in the bed. I'm all the way up over my head now because my hands are resting on the bed. So it's an assist. This kind of a motion is a nice assist. So see, if I was in bed and I've already done this kind of point and flex, and I've already done this, see how I'm bringing my elbows up so you can bring your elbows up and back down. I've already done all of that. I've already done this. I bring my hands way up over my head if I can. Then I come back down and then I'm ready for the big sweep. Here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Now I'm keeping my palms down. As I go up, I'm going to try to keep my palms down, but if I need to turn them, I will turn them. I'm going to go on up, on up, on up. So as you go up, then you turn them. Then you come back down. So it's the big sweep. So if you were in bed, you would be assisted by going against the bed. All right? Then I'm going to bring my knee in, bring my knee in. I'm going to bring my knee out. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Keep my stomach super tight. 4, 5. Hang on. It's just a press and a press. Don't bend at the knee. Bring it up from the quad. Breath, breath, breath. Exactly. That's what I want right there. And then bend the knee. And then go to the other one. But tighten in, tighten in, tighten in. And go straight. And tighten. And go up. And up. So you don't want to bend your knee here. You want to go up. And keep it very tight right there. Breath, 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 breath. Hang on. Couple more. Big breath. Try not to bend the knee. Don't bend the knee. There we go. There we go. You feel it here. That's where I want you to feel it. Breath and back down. Nice. Big breath. Now put your feet together and just rotate. Rotate. All the way over. And here is where you keep your shoulders down. Keep your shoulders down. So see, my mom is sitting and she's just rotating as best as she can. And she wants to keep her shoulders down. Breath, breath, breath. Now she's going to grab her umbrella and I'm going to grab a stick, okay? So my stick is going to be, in fact, an old mop handle, okay? So here you go, and let's see. Let's pretend I'm in bed. Let's pretend I'm in bed, okay? She's got an umbrella, all right? So she's sitting, so stay ribcage up, okay? Now we're going to take, I'm in bed. You can sit or with my mom, or you can be in bed, okay? So I'm going to go across and across. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm going to keep my tummy super, super tight. I'm going to keep my knees bent, and I'm just going to go press out with one leg. I'm going to go 1, 2, keep my shoulders down, and I want to reach across, reach across, reach across. So I'm just bringing one leg up and down, one leg up and down. Try not to bend at the knee. Try to go straight up and straight down, even if it's an inch or two. Breath, breath, breath. So this kind of a motion, when you've got a little stick in your hand, okay, my tummy is super tight right now, super tight, and I'm just coming up and down with a very straight knee, okay, and you should start to feel a little burning right here, but this motion up top is really working to oil my shoulder joints. Put a little oil in there, and I can do 2 more. Because I mean, it is pushing right here, and then I bring it back in, okay? Take a big breath, adjust your little stick here, so it's right out at my shoulders, and I just bend one elbow, and I straighten one arm. I bend one elbow, and I straighten one arm. That's all I want to do. Bend, one elbow, you don't move it, you just bend it. And you go way over here. Then you bend it, and you go way over here. Take a big breath, take the other leg, and you're just going to go out, right out, straight out, and just do little tiny pulsings. Breath, 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 breath. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, so every time you bring your leg up here, you keep your knee bent, your knee straight, and you're just bringing this up with your arms pushing aside. Yeah. Take a breath. Keep one elbow right where it needs to be. Hold on to it. Breath, breath, breath. Okay, just a few more. You should be there. This leg right here should be heating up right here. Breath, 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 breath. I got 2 more. Just 2 more. Okay, that was 2 maybe. Okay, bend the knee. I'm going to move my chair because I'm going to, in fact, now take my bar. I'm going to bring one knee in. So I'm pretending I'm in bed, or you could be on the floor, or you could be sitting. So I'm going to bend my knee in. I'm going to go out, straight out, straight out. Now I'm going to keep my shoulders down, and I want to soften my elbows as I go over my head. And if you can just make it to over your head or somewhere in that vicinity, that's all you want to do. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And this now is going to sneak up so that you're pointing and flexing now all the way up. And you're pointing and flexing, and my arms now are holding this bar over my head. Okay, as far as I feel I can do. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Then I'm going to slowly bring it in. I'm going to slowly bring this up. I'm going to go down, 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 down. Then I'm going to switch my legs. Okay? So I've switched my legs now. And here I go. My arms start to move. The elbows are soft. And you're coming over the head. And as that comes over the head, you're going to bring the other knee in. And you're going to go as straight up as you feel you can go. And you're going to be pointing and flexing. And I'm going to take that arm, both arms over my head as far as I can. All the way down, all the way down. And I'm reaching over my head as far as I feel I can do. Okay? And you can rest against the wall, your head, or on the bed or on the floor. See how I'm pointing, flexing, pointing, flexing? Yeah, my leg is all the way up there. Okay? Pull the leg in just a bit. Then come down, bend the elbows, bend the elbows, bend the elbows, bend the elbows. Come down, right there. Now I'm going to go across. Now I'm going to go across. Okay? So I'm going to rotate to the side. My mom has to go to her job. They called her. They said, we can't do the gift shop unless you come. So she's off to her second job. Actually, she just wanted to get out of exercise class. Because I make her do stuff she doesn't want to do. Okay, we're going to do some very important items here. Anybody that's had shoulder issues and you've had physical therapy, you've done this move that we're going to do right now. Now, I'm doing it up on my elbow because I'm melding what's called fitness therapy with physical therapy. If you have shoulder dysfunction, you may not be able to put weight. And this is weight, it's body weight, but it's motion. So this is Mobility Wednesday. I'm going to take my little bar here. It's not much. It could be a weight. You could have a 1 pound weight. This is not, maybe 1 pound, I don't know. Okay? So I'm holding myself. If you cannot do that, then of course you're going to get a pillow and you're going to put it like under your head, or you're going to fold yourself. You're going to be down here like this with a pillow right here. And you're going to be right here and you're going to be opening and closing. And this is the same kind of a hinge motion as we do when we do our clam. Okay? Now here's my question. So stay right down here. Go ahead and put, I can grab this. I'll just roll up this thing and I'll just put it here so that you don't get a neck ache. There's no reason to get a neck ache. You just want to stay straight. So if you want to do this down here, great. That's fine. If you want to do this up here, great. If that doesn't give you, or do half and half. The trick here, y'all, is this motion. Tuck your elbow in. This rotation. Big time money as far as functioning in the shoulder and in the hip. And you can do it all at once. Okay? So let's say you don't have any problems with your shoulders. Let's say you're great with your hips. Good. Then you make sure you're not rotating back at your hip and that you're not rotating like this. You keep forward and you rotate until you're like, I can't go any further. And then you bring it down. Okay? So it's just like that. And bring it down. So this is a nice rotation. Now here's the deal. Those of you who have had shoulder issues, there's a lot of people with shoulder injuries, rounded shoulders, scoliosis, and this rotation that I'm doing. It's not hard, but when you start getting to 12, 15, 20 repetitions, especially moving into 30, if you're doing this correctly with me, see, I'm not just standing here counting you. I'm doing it with you. Okay, so if I'm doing it with you, you can do this. Just don't rotate back through your hip or through your upper body. You want to keep forward while you're doing this. And the deal is, you were waiting for the deal, right? The deal is, those of you with shoulder issues and you did this for therapy, I'll bet you quit doing it because it takes time. Yeah, I know. Well, see, we don't do it because it's such a little motion. You think, oh, that can't possibly do anything. But it does, because you're not only stabilizing through the hips and rotating into that little open clam oyster move, see? You're stabilizing all through your core, especially if you're up on your elbow. Whoa, that's big time stabilization. Okay, I hear Kathy screaming. Let's just do 5 more. You can do that, just 5 more.
38.
Oh,
39.
good. See, 40. Okay, we'll call it 40. Okay, put your bar down. See, I put my bar down. I'm going to bring my knees in. See that? I'm going to rotate right to here. Okay? Now stay with me on this next segment. All right? Just stay with me. Take a breath. We're going to bring our knees in as if we were going to go right back down. Okay? Humor me. See, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go roll on that hip. I'm going to go to my elbow. See that? Then I'm going to put both hands down here and put an ear on the ground. And I'm just letting both shoulders kind of sink into the ground. Okay? Now, for some of you, this is going to be a hard position. Okay, so now I'm going to lift my ear off the ground. See that? Now I'm going to push into the palms. I'm going to come up. I'm going to go down one more time before I rotate. Okay? So here I am. I'm going to go down, turn my ear, put my ear down, act like I'm laying sideways. See my hands? Palms down. I'm going to try to sink my shoulders right down to the ground. Okay, now I'm going to bring my hands in. I'm going to push myself up off bed. See that? And then I'm going to rotate. See, how hard was that? Listen, I'm here with my mom, and I can tell you, arthritis issues, whoa, osteoporosis issues, you talk about crippling, but you can do something to fight it. And that's what I'm trying to work you through right now. This is Mobility Wednesdays. I'm doing very functional ranges of motion, getting dressed, putting stuff over your head and down, all right? And some of you will say, well, you know, I don't have arthritis. I don't have this, I don't have that. I have seen some huge weightlifting guys cannot put their hands over their head and get their shirts on because they have such dysfunction in their shoulders. So stay with me, all right? So I'm going to lay on the side, right? On the other side. So if you're in bed, this is easy. So a lot of times we get down on the floor and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, pretend you're in bed. If you were in bed, how would you lay down? You roll and you lay down, right? So here we go. Here's the drill. If you can support your weight with your shoulder, then do it. But you keep the shoulder tucked down, okay? So I got a straight line, shoulder, elbow. In other words, I'm not doing this. I don't let this kind of thing happen. I stay lined up. I keep my head, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this way up here. But if this bothers your neck, do it as long as you can in this position because this is strength training for your neck. But when you need to, take a break. See, I let you take a break. I mean, what more could you want, right? I hear you rolling your eyes. See here? I'll just tuck this in like this. I just put my little pillow right here. Perfect. But I'm not going to use it. You use it if you need to. Here's my little tiny weight, but I'm going to use a stick. Because in fact, as I do my rotations, okay, now watch. When I did this, I was reminded, oh dear, if you go way up like this, you're probably doing this move incorrectly, okay? I want you to be pushed down here. I want your elbow tucked in. We're like really holding something against your armpit. Then you just rotate up a little bit and then down. See that? Push forward on your hip. Rotate up, go down. Rotate up, go down. Yeah, don't grip that stick, all right? Loosen up your grip. Keep your shoulder down, your elbow down. Keep your hip rolled forward, okay? And whenever I come up, the hand really doesn't go that far, okay? Yeah, that's why they call it like an oyster. You just open up a little bit and then back down. So this is a little hinge motion that is really controlled by some little guys, little muscles around your joint space, okay? Don't rotate back. See, a lot of us want to start rotating back. Don't do it. Act like I'm standing with you and I'm pushing your hip forward and I'm pushing you forward with your shoulder. See that? So stay into it. Now, let's say you have one shoulder that gives you trouble, okay? Try to hold weight, your body weight, as long as you can. But then when it's just getting you, then take your little pillow or your blanket that you wadded up, rotate under, still stay forward, and you're rotating, okay? So you're rotating. And I'm warning you, if you go like this, you've opened up. Don't open up. Stay forward. Breath. So I'm doing this, showing you to support your head, and you're still working that very, very, very important weaker shoulder rotation muscle right back through here. Breath. Hang on. Let's do 5 more. Okay. I know. I won't even tell you how many I think.
40.
Oh, 40. Good. See, I was just about right. Okay, one more. All right. That's it. Okay. Rotate. Okay. Pretend you're going to get out of bed, but you don't. See? I'm going to lay my ear down, and I'm going to put both of my elbows down. I'm going to try to open that shoulder right there. See this? Take a breath, then come back. Okay? Act like you're going to get up, but don't. See? So, right here is a sticking point for many of you. Very carefully, you're going to turn your head. See my arms going back here. So I'm actually going to lay my collarbone on the ground because my ear is down and my elbows and my hands are down. And I have one of my shoulders, this one that's down right now, is the tightest for me. Okay? Hold on to it. So right now, this is a traction move. Total traction move. Just count it back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push into the palms. Help yourself up. Yes. Okay, so here's the little pole. I'm going to act like I'm going to get up. I'm going to roll over. Maybe my legs are hanging off the bed, right? So I'm pretending if I'm just doing all my stuff and I'm in bed. So I hope Carol's on this morning. She really liked the one where she didn't have to get out of bed. Okay, so again, do you remember this move that we did at the beginning? You remember this move? Well, I did a lot of these because I knew that I was going to ask you to, in fact, do this move and come down like that. Okay, that really pulls you back and lets you see just how tight you are right there. So I hope it's getting the attention of some of you as far as where you're at with all this. Okay, take one leg and just cross it over your knee. See that? See that? So now I'm going to sit up. That may be very hard for you. If it is hard for you, put a wedge or do it up against a wall or a chair, whatever. But I want to go from here to here to here. Take a big breath. And we're going right here. Right here. See that? Yeah, this is Mobility Wednesdays. Those of you that have wonkety hips, stay with me. I'm not sure if Marilyn's with us this morning, but this is for her. I'm going to bring that back out. I'm going to put that leg down. Okay? Look, your joints have the ability to do these ranges. This is not doing some kind of weirdo stuff. It's just that you get used to functioning in only one little zone. So I'm taking you out of the zone just a little bit, but it's still in a functional range. So you should be able to cross your midline, okay? Now I'm sitting up. I'm going to bring it back. Try this several times. Those of you who have any kind of issues with core, you're not quite as strong in your back as you need to be, and if you need some assist, you're going to back yourself up to the wall or to the bedboard or a chair and give a little support. But what you aren't going to do is in that support, let's say I moved into the chair. I'm not going to do this. Okay, so lean back if you need to. Then bring that leg over that knee. See that? See how I opened at my hip hinge? And this is really keying in right now. Okay? These are just right out here. In fact, I could use this with my stick. I could just hang on out here, bring this back, switch, bring it over, bring it back, point flex. So right now, say rib cage up. Yeah, switch. You're coming in. You're pushing out. You're going to tighten, tighten, tighten. You're going to bring this leg up. Push it all the way over here as far as you can. Boom. Do it a couple times. Okay? Then switch. Come up. Take a breath. Now you're going to go back. You're going to go back. Okay? And when I say go back, you're opening here at the hip. All right? Drop your chin. Keep your rib cage up. Take that foot over the knee and back. So you're going to go in with the bar and out as we step. Over and back. Point and flex. Point and flex. One more. Point and flex. Okay? Now put that bar down. Put your hands under this leg and just pull yourself up. Got it? Okay, we're going to do something super fun right now. Now, I know you were feeling this. You should have felt that quite a bit. We're going to shoot our arms backwards, just like this. Okay? So here's the deal. If you were here with me on Monday, we did some arm stuff. Some of you might have noticed a little tiny bit of soreness back here. And you're like, I don't remember, putting a big heavy weight back there. But I really hope that you got some hard contractions as you lifted and you pulled back and you straightened your arm. You were contracting all those 3 heads to the tricep muscle. See this? Drop your shoulders, push back, squeeze. Bring it back up, push it back, squeeze those muscles in the back. Bring it up. So this is a combination of contracting, isotonically moving, and isometrically just tightening against that contraction. Not really moving, but just tightening. Okay? Then bring it back up. Put it down. Big breath. All right. Now, here we go. We're going to go back on our elbows, or you're going to go all the way down to the ground. You get to choose. I told you this is Mobility Wednesday. If you can hold in this position, do not make the mistake of rolling your shoulders and pushing your back out like this. Bring that back up. Pull the shoulders down. If this is very difficult for you, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to lay flat down. Okay? You're going to go ahead and just lay flat down like this. See how I took you down? I didn't go straight back. That's too hard on your back. Okay? So lay down, and you're going to bring this heel off the ground, and you're going to tighten and breathe. Tighten and breathe. Tighten and breathe. This foot is on the ground. This foot is just hovering right here. So tighten your butt. Breathe. Okay, and you're down the ground. Now, if you chose to stay on your elbows, keep your shoulders down, and you're right here, right? So if you're up on your elbows, my guess is you're strong enough that you can, in fact, lift your butt just a little and then come back down. Let me warn you, this is not easy, okay? You can do it lying, much easier, or you can do it right here. Same leg, I didn't change legs. Rib cage up, push on your foot, lift your hips, hold up there, hold up there, hold up there, and come back down and come back down and come back down, all the way down, okay? Take a breath. Now I could do it on this hip, but I can't do it on this hip. So I'm thinking of people like Chrissy. I hope she's on today. I hope that you didn't try to do that in the up position. So lay down, and all you're going to do is bring your other foot up. And you're going to squeeze, and you're going to act like you're going to push your hips up. Maybe you don't make it all the way up, okay? That's all right. So you're just going to hang this foot right here, and you're going to act like you're going to squeeze your butt and just going to try to lift it a little tiny bit. See? And I'm laying down on this one because, in fact, this is my replaced hip, and it is just so difficult to get that stability. So I want to get the benefit of this move. So, in fact, I want to stay down on my shoulders. Take a breath, okay? Hold it right here. Okay, get ready. Squeeze the butt. Lift your hip just a little bit. So my warning big time is for people with hamstring issues. You can do this, but you have to be very careful not to do too much. So as you're pushing into the foot, pretend you're going to lift your hips, but don't lift your hips. Just tighten up and just pretend you're going to lift your hips. I hope you're getting this. Breath. Now, if you can, of course, go up and hold it. 1001, 1002, 1003. Come back down. Yay. Breath. Okay, here we go. We got plenty of time. Okay, I'm hanging this foot right here. See that? Tighten up. Drop your shoulders. And you're going to just act like you're going to bring your butt up, but you don't really. You just kind of bring it up a little bit. You're pushing on your heel. You're breathing. Hang on and come back down and come back down and come back down. Breath. Yay. Take one leg and let it just fall open. Okay, one leg so that you get a little stretch in the groin. Take a big breath. Bring that back up. Switch. Just barely open, just a little bit. So this is my replaced hip. So this is fine. I don't go too much more than this. And then you come back up and come back down. All right. Big breath. Okay, we're going to come back to this one. This one is a really good one to do. It should be challenging for you. So with both feet on the ground now, we're just going to lift our hips and lift them up. Okay? So we're doing a variation of what I just did. I wanted to do the harder one first. Are you ready? Are your shoulders down? Your chin is tucked. You're going to rotate the lower back, and you're going to start to lift your hips. You're going to come up as high as you possibly can. You're going to hold it right there. 1001, 1002, 1003. And on 1003, I start to slowly come down. I release my hips. Now listen, you guys. This one is not that difficult. But boy, you just think, oh, geez, how much good is it doing anyway? I don't feel anything. Stay with me, okay? I understand how tempting it is to just quit, but don't do it. See how I'm coming down? I'm doing it kind of to 1,000, 1,000, 2,003 count. I come in, I rotate, I bring it up, my butt's squeezing. Then I'm going to come down from the top all the way down, release totally. I'm pushing into my heels. I'm going to come back. I'm going to lift way up. Breath. Then I'm going to come down. I'm going to release. I'm going to do it 2 more times. Here we go. Push. This should be hamstrings big time. And you're squeezing in those gluteals. Take a breath. This is the last one on this one. Here we go. Push into the heels. You're going to lift. Take a breath. Come back down. Bring the knees in. Sneak them up. Okay? And there you go. You're going to go toe in, toe out. So this is a perfect place to do all the different feet positions. In, out, point, flex. Put your heels together. Put your toes together. Point, flex. Point, flex. Bring it back in, and you're going to hold it just like that. Your hands are going to go up, and there is your dead bug right there. Okay? I prefer to think of a cockroach being dead right here. Okay, the little feet are up. Okay, and as the feet are up, we're just going to push out. Breath. Don't hold your breath. Do not hold your breath. Exhale, inhale. Tighten in the tummy as the leg goes out. Now with my hands like this, I'm going to take one hand, opposite leg. Breath. Tight tummy. Bring it back in. Take a breath. Here we go. All the way out. Bring it back in. Breathe. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Inhale. Now here's the deal. You can point, you can flex, but I want you to progressively, as you're doing this reaching out with the opposite hand, opposite leg, I want you to go down as far as you feel you can and just tap the floor. But here's the deal, y'all. If I were doing this with you, right with you, okay, I would be down on the floor and I would want to see a neutral spine. That means if I do put my foot down, I don't go into a huge arch. I have control through the core right here, right here, right here. Take a breath. All the way out, all the way out, all the way out. Try to get it all the way down, but you're really pushing through the tummy so that you stay in control as you're doing this kind of a perpetual motion, pointing and flexing, tap, bring it back in to the dead bug position, and then you come back out. And then you come back in. Take a breath. You're exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Come back in, breath. All the way out, 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 and come back in. Take a big deep breath. One more. Here we go. And come back in. Nice. Okay. Roll to the side. Okay. We're going to do one more down before we go to our hands and knees. Okay. So I'm just getting in position. I'm laying down, laying down. So on this one, I'm going to use my little stick, okay, my little mop handle that I took the mop off of. I'm going to put my forehead down, okay? I'm just going to lift one arm, just like that, and put it down. Then I'm going to switch, one at a time. Those of you with shoulder issues, be careful. You might not be able to hold a stick. You might not have to bring your elbows down. See how I brought my elbows down? You just come like this with your forehead down, forehead down. See that? One at a time. You might not be able to come up here. Hold it. Bring it down, switch. 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 Hold it. Down, switch. Hold it. Down, switch. And hold it. Take a big deep breath. Take your hands, put your forehead on your little hands, and you're going to take one leg, I don't care which, and you're just going to bring it up now. You're doing a lot of things on the front part of us. Now we're going to do it on the back. So before you lift your heel, you got to pull your tummy in super tight. Then you tighten your gluteal, and only then do you lift. There's a lot of people that will see this move and they'll just start kicking. And they don't prepare, they don't tighten, they don't get in the right body position. And then they wonder why they pulled their back or they pulled something somewhere. So what you're not seeing is the tightness in the tummy, the tightness in the butt. I'm going to keep my forehead down, tighten, lift. Tighten, lift, tighten, lift, tighten, lift, tighten, lift. Don't do this without a nice tight tummy. Breath, 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 breath. One more, just one more, one more. And down. Nice. Now just put your feet flat down just like that and rock and roll. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. Okie dokie. Now I come up and I don't get right up. I use this position, and if you don't want to get in the floor, you can do this in the bed or you can do it against the wall. So you just put your hands just like this was the wall, against the wall, and you just push into the wall and you just push back with your shoulders, okay? So we're doing that really important controlled back extension, okay? Hyperextension, a little bit of a hyperextension. Okay, we're just gonna hang out here for a second. You can keep rolling your heels, tuck your chin in. You can do a whole range of things right here. Okie dokie. Take a big deep breath. Okay. Now I'm going to do plank variations. Okay. Now, for some of you, the minute I said plank, you like, well, I'm out of here. I'm not going to do that. You could do this against the wall. Let me remind you. You can do it on your bed. And I'm going to show you variations. The plank is excellent for your core, shoulders, everything, hips, back. Okay. I'm going to come up on my knees. All right. So I'm going to just pull my belly in, and then I'm going to come back down. That's number one. I hope you stay with me in this progression because it's going to help you tremendously. And see my toes? This is helping me stretch under my plantar fascia by pulling my toes under, okay? Be careful. You're going to be on both knees. Pull your belly button in, and just come up and hang out here from your knees. So see, I'm not even on my toes. I'm on my knees, right? Take a breath. Pretend I'm with you. If I were with you, I'd just be poking at your tummy. See this? Just bring your tummy up. Just hang out here for just a little bit. Drop your shoulders. You can watch a clock. You can count. Take breaths, whatever you need to do. But keep your belly button tight, okay? Then I'm going to come down. So when I'm up there and I'm like, I don't think I can do this another second, then you just come down. See this? And where are we at? We're right back in our hyperextension, which is what we want to try to do every day, especially if you've been diagnosed with arthritis in your spine, you have spinal stenosis, closing down in the spine. This is one of the moves you want to try to do at least a minute to 3 minutes, pretty much every day. Every day. That means every day. Okay? When I say ever, it means every. Okay. Drop your shoulders. Are you ready? See, I'm going under my toes, but I'm not going to push onto my toes. What am I going to push on? Let me do one more from everybody should be yelling it, my knees. And how am I going to do that? First, I'm going to drop my shoulders. Then all I'm going to do is pull my belly button in. I'm going to pull it in, and I'm going to keep pulling it in until I can raise my hips. And I'm going to hang out there for just a little bit. So until you get to where you can do 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute from your knees. See, you don't have any business going to the harder plank, okay? And we're going to do it. But if you're from your knees, then keep challenging yourself to go from your knees. Now, hopefully you're on a nice surface that your elbows aren't hurting. If they are, put a little pad under your elbows, okay? Drop your shoulders. Tighten your belly button in. Here I go. Pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in. Okay, now I'm going to go to the next level. Many of you need to stay right here on your knees. That's perfectly fine. Just hang out here. But those of you who can, pull one knee up. Just one. And you're going to hang out here. 10 seconds. 8 seconds. See? 5 seconds. Hang out. 3, 2, 1. Put that knee down, come down, and here you are, right back at your back extension. See that? Your hyperextension. Drop your shoulders. Just hang out here for a bit. Okay, get ready. Okay, I'm gonna bring the other knee up, but first of all, I'm just gonna pull my belly button in. See how my toes are under, and it's stretching under my foot. Very, very good for people with plantar fasciitis, Elisa. Okay, keep your tummy tight, shoulders down. Okay, you ready? Belly button comes in. I'm on my knees. Now I'm gonna pull my other knee up. So I'm gonna be on one knee, 2 elbows, and 1 toe. See that? Take a breath, take a breath, hang out here. And you should have a clock right where you can watch how long your challenge is. And you just keep trying to hold it for 1 more stinking little second. That's it. Then you come down and you come down. And where are you? You're in your back extension. So see, by doing these plank variations from your elbows, you're going and getting all your back extensions done. Take a breath, and you're gonna feel so good when you get up out of this today. I didn't say right now. I said you're gonna feel good as soon as we get up. A few minutes. Stay with me. Are you ready? Now you get to choose this next set of planks, the position. I'm gonna go for my toes eventually. Maybe you go just to your knees. Maybe you pull one knee or the other knee. Maybe you don't. It's up to you. But you do a plank. Are you ready? Shoulders down. Tighten the belly button. Okay? Bring one knee up. Then the other knee up. Then drop your hip. And hang out here. Just hang out here. Breath. 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 Hang on. Breath. Just hang out here. And see, watch your clock and see how much you can do. Then you put one knee down, come down, and you're in your, you guessed it, your back hyperextension. Yay. That is a plank progression. Now, if you guys signed a little promise, see, I'm going to roll to the side. I'm going to go like this, then I'm going to get on my hands and knees. See? I don't get up all at once. No. Now here I'm going to go into the mad cat and the camel. See, I'm just going to round up. And why is it okay to round your back right now? Can anybody tell me the answer? Unlock your elbows. Because I'm not putting huge loads on my back. I'm not asking my back to be the stabilizer here, right? That's why. And we're rounding it up. Now I'm going to get up. I call it freewheeling, freestanding. You can use a chair. You can use a couch or whatever. Okay. The tummy goes super tight. My toes go under. I push my knees off the floor. And then I'm going to equalize. See, I'm just going to hang out here for a bit so I don't see stars. Then I'm going to come up. Take a big deep breath. Do a big hug. And drop your shoulders. And shake out. Okay? Now check in with yourself. You should feel so good. Yeah.